Okay guys, so now that you know products and how to learn products and how to sell your products, we're gonna get into plan, and it's really simple, super easy. So let's jump right into it. So let's say you have a customer, whoever she may be, and she orders a miracle set, right? And she uses this miracle set, or maybe she even gets a full roll-up bag with all of her goods. She's got, her miracle set, she's got some scent in hand, she's got foundation, all of that stuff, right? So she has all her products and she loves it. She's using it, she's washing her face day and night. Within a couple months, about 2 to 3 months, she's going to run out. This is what's beautiful about our products, okay? So she's gonna run out because it's consumable. She's using it, right? So when the products run out, what is gonna happen? She's gonna text you. She's gonna say, hey, I actually ran out of this stuff. I need to order more. And she's gonna order yet another miracle set, and you're going to go ahead and give it to her, and she's going to keep using it and keep ordering, and it's just a beautiful cycle. This is called residual income. Residual income is awesome. It is the best for your business. I love residual income because let's say when I go on vacation with my husband or my family, I love it because while I'm out and I'm sipping a pina colada and I'm having a great time, my customers are using their products and they're using things. And there's a lot of times when I'm on vacation, they text me, hey, I ran out of this stuff, I need to order more. I'm like, cool. And I just type up the thing and I ship it out from wherever I am, from the company, and it gets to them, and I'm making money in my sleep, okay? I'm not doing much of anything, and it's amazing. So residual income is essentially after one sale, you continue to make sales from there on out with very minimal effort. So that's residual income. What's awesome about residual income too is that the way that we function in Mary Kay really capitalizes on that, and you're gonna be really able to take advantage of that doing the really simple 222. This is how we follow up in our business and our company. So 222 is super easy. If she buys her miracle set today, in 2 days, you're gonna text her and say, hey Mary, I hope you've been liking your miracle set. Just wanted to check in, make sure you're doing good. She's gonna say, yes, I'm loving it, it's awesome. Then you're like, cool, I'm gonna check in with you in 2 weeks to make sure you're still going great and you're still loving everything, and make sure you don't need anything else. A lot of times when you follow up in those 2 days, sometimes she'll think, wow, I really wish I would have bought that mascara. And you could be like, oh, don't worry, I'll send it to you. You can order it now, I'll send it to you. She's like, cool. So it's a great, opportunity to upsell and sell more things, and B, it's a great opportunity for you to follow up with your customer and keep her happy and just keep talking to her and build a great relationship. So you're gonna do that in 2 days. That's the first 2. The second 2 is the 2 weeks, which you already pre-coached her. You let her know, hey, in 2 weeks I'm gonna follow up with you. So in 2 weeks, you go ahead and shoot her another text message. Maybe you even call her. You're like, hey Mary, I just wanna make sure you're loving your skincare. If you have any questions, let me know. I just wanted to check up on you, make sure you're doing great. She's gonna say, yes, I'm awesome, I'm loving it. Sometimes she'll say, oh my gosh, I got a couple random breakouts. If she says, hey, I got a couple random breakouts, no problem. You just say, hey, I know, yeah, that's why I usually try to check in with 2 weeks, because when you're on your new skincare line, your skin has to get accustomed to it, and it's more than likely purging from all the impurities in your skin. So just give it some more time, it's gonna balance out and you're gonna love your skin. She's gonna be like, awesome, whatever. So then you move on to the third 2, which is the best part of the 2, of course, which is reorders. So the third 2 is 2 months after. Okay, so then in 2 months, you're gonna reach out to her and you're gonna go, hey Mary, I just wanted to see if you're running low on anything. I know you're probably out by now, but let me know if there's anything else that I can get you and restock you on. Whatever your wording is up to you. You could change it for your personality and whatnot. And then Mary will say, oh my gosh, yes, I'm actually running out. That's awesome. Let me reorder this. And so it just gives you opportunity to follow up with people and click with your customers and keep servicing them really, really well. You can continue to see how their skin's doing on it, how much they love it. It makes them really happy, they feel loved. So I do this to this day with all my customers, no matter what they order, whether it's a mascara, a lipstick, or full skincare, or a full roll-up bag. I always follow up with my customers no matter what they order. Now, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, Priscilla, that's so much to remember. Like, how am I gonna remember to follow up with everybody in 2 days, in 2 weeks, in 2 months? Like, that's a lot. How am I ever gonna remember that? No problem. Mary Kay did it for you. So remember how I told you to download your customer app and to use the My Customer thing on InTouch? This is where it comes in handy. So when you use My Customers on InTouch or on the app, you're gonna go in there, and you get a new customer, you put her whole little profile in there, you put all the little notes you want to have in there, what foundation she uses, what her skincare type is, whatever, okay? So you put her little notes in there, and every time she places an order, you add the order to her profile. What's cool is this keeps track of it for you, so you can see how much you're selling, which is super exciting, because like they say, a track number grows, so you always want to track your sales and everything that you do. And then on top of that, it's really cool because when you're putting in her order, you can check off 222 on the website, and then that will automatically let you know every single day, everybody that you have to follow up with for whatever it is. If it's 2 days, 2 weeks, or 2 months, it'll let you know, which is pretty cool. And then where you can see who you have to follow up with would also be on InTouch. Also on the same spot as My Customers, you just want to go ahead to tasks and reminders, and it will remind you, which is pretty cool. So pretty easy to remember in that way, that the company takes care of it, the website takes care of it, and everything. So it's pretty great. I just log in on there every day, and I make sure that I follow up with everybody that says to follow up with. So pretty cool. So then, now we've got that, I want to go ahead and jump into reminding you how important it is to get at least, as soon as you can, 10 solid Miracle Set customers. So you want to get 10 people on the 3D Miracle Set. This set is awesome. First of all, I personally use this because it's great for my skin type. So I love this set. I think it's incredible. At 110, it's an absolute steal for everything that it brings. You've got everything in here, which is incredible. I'm not gonna get into it, but this is amazing. So when you sell 10 of these, you're essentially selling $1,100, and that is awesome because you're immediately putting into your pocket about 500 something, which is incredible. I'm so bad at math, but whatever. So you're putting like what, 550 into your pocket, which is amazing. So how quickly can you do this? However quickly as you want. If you want to sell out 10 of your customers and you want to get 10 solid Miracle Set skincare customers at your debut, you can do that. If you want to get 10 in a day, if you want to get 10 in a week, in a month, it doesn't matter. But definitely the first 10 are the best because you're building a really solid customer foundation, because like we said before, residual income is awesome because, let's be real, you're making money without really doing anything, which is great. So that is my effort to you on that. You consult a packet, you can see where you can track your first 10. Of course, you want to build more than 10. Maybe you want 100, maybe your goal is even more than that, but definitely shoot for at least 10 as quick as you can. This is super, super important, and you're just gonna love it. Skincare is the best. I always focus on skincare the most. So now that you have that, I do want to remind you to check out a video. It's on our website, our unit's website or team's website. I'll put it right here so you remember which website it is. And then it is also in this packet. So in this packet, if you continue to work through it, you'll see a page called Full Circle, okay? And that's called Working for Full Circle. It is amazing. It is so important for you to do this, okay? I have a whole link on there explaining what it means to work full circle, and it's really easy to work full circle. Now I'm gonna get into your debut. So for your debut, I will probably be working pretty close to you, or your recruiter, or your MK Mama, whoever will be working pretty close to you on your debut. So your debut is essentially, like I said before in the other video, it's kind of like your launch party. It's like your first party ever. You're inviting like the people who will definitely buy from you or you're just inviting a lot of people, right? So it's trying to get as many people into one thing as possible because it's better use of your time, right? It's just as easy for you to facial 20 people as it is for you to facial 1. So your debut is kind of like your launch. It's like where you get started. It's super fun. Debuts are super fun. So for your debut, it is part of the list to text me the date that you pick. Once you text me the date that you pick, we're gonna decide if we wanna do an in-person debut or a virtual debut. In-person debuts are super fun, as you can imagine, so are virtual debuts. The only difference between in-person and virtual is, you guessed it, one's in person, one is virtual. And you have to prep a little bit more upfront for the virtual one because you want to send them some products and some supplies so that they can facial themselves. And then the in-person is really just you prep 5 minutes before and you set up your table. But they're both identical, okay? You're going to use the same setup. You're going to have the same script. You're going to use your flip chart. Everything's identical, same closing, same everything. The only difference is one's on a virtual route and the other one's in person. So if you do decide to go virtually, I recommend using Zoom. Now, it's really simple to set up your virtual debut. All you want to do is set up a time on Zoom. I like Zoom. You can use StreamYard. You can use any streaming service. If you're a Facebook girl and you know a lot of people and most of the people in your acquaintances in your circle are on Facebook, you can of course make a private private's most important, private Facebook group to host your launch party. So you can do that, and you can go live through Facebook in that private group. Why do I say that you should make it private? Because, well, it's more exclusive and nobody wants to be bombarded ever, right? Like, we don't like being just randomly invited to things. We like to be personally invited. So I think private's better because it allows you more of a personal experience if you go the Facebook route. I don't usually go the Facebook route for a lot of my people because some people have people on Facebook and some don't. And it's just all over the place. So I like Zoom because it's very simple. You tell a person when to be on their phone or on their website. They got their little materials and they just click the link and they're logged on and joined in to you or to me and both of us as we walk them through a facial and your debut. So I personally like Zoom. It's very simple. You go on there, you set up a date, you get a link, you send the link out. Very easy. So Zoom's pretty great, but the virtual debut is very simple, and of course I'd walk you through it as well. Now on the website in the new consultant part, you will see scripts on how to invite people. Okay, your words, they're great, but my words are a little bit better because I've been doing it for longer, so I know what to say by now. So you'll have scripts on there. You can tweak them a little bit, add a little bit of your personality. You add some of your goal, whatever it is, you can add to the script. But the scripts are going to be there on the new consultant part of the website, so go ahead and check that out. And it will be in your new consultant packet as well, so you can see that. So you're gonna go ahead and invite. Now, that list of 100 people that you have, you can invite all of them to your debut. So the list that I made you make beforehand on the checklist, those are the people that you're gonna invite. If not everybody can make it, that is totally fine. You can schedule whoever can make it for their own party, which is even better. So that's pretty great as well. Now, I do wanna remind you guys, this is like a Mary Kay principle. Rule number 1 is half of everybody that you invite will show up. It's like a birthday party, right? A kid's birthday. If you have a birthday for your kid and you invite 20 kids, 10 are about to show up, right? Like, let's be real, you know? So that's just the numbers. You always stick to the numbers. You don't get emotionally invested. It's all a numbers game. So if we invite 20, 10 are probably gonna show up. So you wanna work that way. The same for your debut or for any party in reality, but for that as well. So now that's gonna segue me into the other thing, because people forget and life happens, right? And half of everybody that you invite will show. We're also gonna coach those people, okay? So you're gonna use the invite script that I had. You're gonna, on the website, you're gonna use the little JPEG on the website as well. You can just edit it on PicCollage or on your phone. You can use that little JPEG as an invite to send out, to invite people, to remind them to save the date. And then we're gonna coach these people so that they remember, right? So you in Mary Kay, you're kind of like, your job is almost like a professional rememberer for people, like a reminder for people, because you remind them when their products are up so they could order more. You remind them when their appointments are. It's really just about reminding, right? So for a party, I always say the more that you remind people and the more you check in on them, the more likely you are of them showing up to the party, showing up to the Zoom, being facial, etc., etc. So you want to touch base with people as much as you can, and it just goes a long way, right? Like, we're not going to mass text everybody of your Mary Kay business launch. You're going to individually text people and say, hey Susie, you know, like, you're one of my really good friends and I'm super excited, and you're going to invite her, whatever. And it's more personal of an aspect and a more personal of a way to invite them, and they feel special and they're more likely to show up. Then on top of that, let's say your debut's a week from now, you're going to want to touch base with her maybe 2 more times before the party. So you're gonna always text them the day before, remind them, hey, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, or hey, I can't wait to catch you on Zoom tomorrow. Did you get everything in the mail? Whatever, anything to touch base and communicate with her to remind her that she has that with you tomorrow. So you're gonna always follow up the day before. You can even follow up the day of. Let's say your party's later at night. I do this a lot. If the party's like in the evening or whatnot, maybe I'll text them early in the morning and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see you later, you know? So you could always do that. So it really just depends, but you wanna follow up with people pretty close to the date to remind them, hey, it's tomorrow, or hey, it's later this evening, whatnot. So there's that. Then you always want to also do a couple of days before, and you also want to check in and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you. Hey, I just have a couple questions. What's your skin like? Like, do you have combinations of oily skin or dry? Any reason to touch base with them. Of course, you don't have to keep record of this, but you can, right? Because now we know what Miracle said and what skincare to use on them. But you always want to touch base. So moral of the story is, coach your people, coach your parties, touch base with them. They're more likely to hold, they're more likely to show up the more that you talk to them and the more that you remind them. It is what it is. A doctor's office does it. They always call you to confirm. Same thing. So that is coaching. And that is really it. I'm super excited. So that's pretty much it for the plan. We have your debut, we're gonna get set, we're gonna go ahead and get those first 10 skincare customers, and we're gonna schedule as many parties as we can. I'm not gonna get into your debut too much because I will probably help you and host them really well. You can also check out on the website, we will also have videos on what a skincare party looks like and all of that, so you can study that and learn that as well. So I'm super excited for you guys. I can't wait for you to start smashing those financial goals that you have and that dream that you have close to your heart. Can't wait for you. I know that you're gonna kill it. And if you have any questions, remember to text me or box me and I will help you guys out. So I'll see you guys in the next video.